All right, we're going to the third thrift store of the day. This is going to be live here on TikTok and recorded up on YouTube. We're going to take you along for the whole ride. Ain't it going to be fun? I hope you learned something today. I hope you have some fun too. Let's make some money.
I saw the dollar sign.
So if you're new, I do this every Tuesday. This is actually the second time doing this Tuesday, and I take you along for the whole ride. We're trying to find clothing to resell. This will all be clothing I'll list on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Mercari, and Grailed. And we'll talk you through what I pick up and what I put back. This one's going back, but this is a Brooks Brothers Red Fleece. This is a more modern line from Brooks Brothers. Came out, I think, in 2013. It never really hit. They were trying to attract a younger clientele, and I just don't think they got there. I don't think it ever really hit. The resale value on those is okay. I look for more unique stuff. Turn down the cart noise. You got it, Felix. Thanks to everyone who's live here on TikTok. Enjoy interacting with you while I'm thrifting. It's a lot of fun to bring your friends with you to the thrift store, especially since y'all aren't scooping me and grabbing stuff out from under me. Imagine the competition. That'd be interesting. So this thrift store here I've been to, gosh, it's been about 4 months since I've been here. The last 2 times I've been, which I think are the only 2 times I've ever been here, it didn't hit very hard. So, but you never know. That's the fun about thrifting. You never know what you're going to find. I never know what I'm going to find. We're going to find out at the same time. D. David, welcome back. I think this is the 3rd time I've seen you today. Appreciate it. I'd say I hope you're having a good day, D. David, but I've been hanging out with you all day. I know you're having a good day. Hope sales are good for everybody. If you're outsourcing, hope you're finding some cool stuff. I hope we find some cool stuff together. Look at that. So it's not in the best condition. It's got some pilling, but we got a YSL. Yves Saint Laurent at the Thrift. Kind of cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick this up or not. It's definitely got some wear going on. We'll throw it in the cart. I'll look at it a little bit more closely in a bit. Not your everyday sort of thrift store find. That's exactly what we're hoping for. Let me know down below in the chat if you ever snagged a YSL at a thrift. Here we go too. So price wise, we got $4.99 flat rate for shirts, $4.99 flat rate for jeans, and pants too, $4.99 for pants. And coats looks like flat rate $9.99, and we got jackets and blazers $6.99. So yeah, we got some work to do. I like the flat rate pricing. Just got started about 5 minutes ago, Aaron. Welcome aboard. If you missed anything, this and my last thrift store live will both be up on YouTube. I'm going to put the previous one, that'll go up Wednesday, so that'll go up tomorrow morning, and then this one will go up, I'll put this up Friday. Ugh, look at the stain on that. There's no pony on it, so we pass on those anyway. kind of funny shirts, funny t-shirts you find at thrift stores is cool sometimes. The Hidden Aisle reached member level 10. Congratulations, Hidden Aisle. I have no idea what that means, but I think it's good. Thank you for the pandas. Gifts are unnecessary, but you know I appreciate them. Hidden Aisle Tino is in the house. What are you looking for? I'm looking for valuable shirts that I can resell on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Mercari, and Grailed. A little polo golf piece. I don't pick up all polo golf, but if it has the pony, I will. This one's a wicking one too, so that makes it a little more valuable. Oh, but the stains do not make it more valuable. We'll put those back. Those added stains, we don't want those. We don't want those. All right, one aisle down, we got one item in the cart. It's a Yves Saint Laurent YSL. This thrift store, I've been to 2 other times. I've never done particularly well at it, but you never know when you're gonna find like that one item that's, you know, $100 that can change your day a little bit. We're getting into, these are some like smalls and mediums, so we'll be a little bit more selective in these small. Men's, we're always looking for the bigger sizes, sell better. It's just a supply situation. There's less competition in those bigger sizes, less listed. Now we're getting, these are still mediums, but we're about to get back into the larges, which are better, but we like extra larges and double X's even more. There's an Eddie Bauer medium fleece, we'll pass on that. Most Eddie Bauer is not worth picking up. That was a Star Wars shirt. It probably was, yeah. Thanks for joining the live. We're just going to fly solo while I thrift here. Appreciate that, though. Maybe some other time. If you have questions, you can drop them down below in the chat. If you're watching this recording on YouTube, this was recorded on Tuesday afternoon. It's the 3rd thrift store that I've gone to today, the 2nd that I've recorded. Feel free to drop questions down below in the chat. If you're on YouTube, I'll get back to all your questions. TikTok, I'll do my best. We got 153 people in here. But if you do ask questions and I don't get to them, there's probably like 40 other really good resellers in the chat that can answer questions too. So drop them in here. Here we go. Actually sold this shirt recently. It was brand new with tags, but the same exact pattern, striped XL polo. Nothing fancy there. It's probably a $20 shirt plus shipping on that, but I like the striped ones better than the plain ones. Again, it's a supply thing. I always check those V's on Polo Ralph Lauren's. Those vents are often ripped. Yeah, some good pickups today. If you missed the earlier live, I'll put that up on YouTube. That'll be first thing tomorrow morning. I do pick up a lot of these Ralph Lauren's. I prefer the bigger sizes in these. I prefer them also to be not stained. But these ones are kind of in rougher shape. They're showing their age. I'm going to pass on these. Usually I'm looking for extra large and bigger on these. I prefer 2X. 3X is even better, or 2XL tall. Those tall sizes sell great. Hey Lucy, how are you? Thanks Joe for sharing the live. Appreciate that. It's a nice compliment. Here's a Lacoste. Small size, really rough condition. We'll throw that one back. Catch and release. Another Polo Ralph Lauren. The size, it's smaller than I really want to mess with, and it's just kind of in rough condition. Those shirts really seem to show their age, those Polo Ralph Lauren's. Okay, so those are the short sleeve shirts. Where are the long sleeves? Back here. They've rearranged this place since I was here last. It has been a while. We'll get to some jeans in a little bit here. We'll get to some sport coats and blazers. We'll get to some winter jackets. Looks like they got some of those up there too. Some of the thrift stores around here have stopped stocking their jackets because it's Asheville, North Carolina. Spring is here. Spring is in the air. So people are moving on to short sleeve shirts and t-shirts and whatnot. So they're not really stocking the jackets. Here's a decent brand. I literally just sold one of these like an hour ago on eBay. It's an ex officio. This is a white, so we're going to look this over carefully for stains, but this is a fishing shirt. Ex officio is a travel outdoors fishing brand, and this is a fishing kind of hiking specific shirt with that vent on the back like that. So size XL, it's a polyester nylon blend. As far as that brand's concerned, that's one of the better items in that brand. It's kind of a borderline brand. We'll sell in the low 20s plus shipping. Brand new, those shirts are really expensive. You in stains today, like peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, our last store, we had, I'd say, a higher ratio of stains on good items than I typically see. But what goes down must come up, right? So maybe we'll get some better luck with stains as we move forward here. When did you start? This has been on, I don't know, what have we been live for, about 10 minutes here? TikTok live is like Vegas. There's like no clock up at the top. It like hides my clock. So I have no, you just kind of go into this vortex. Oh, there goes a hanger. These flimsy little hangers. I just don't know my own strength. I'm at a Goodwill. Thank you, D. David. Yeah, if you want to check out my stores, my eBay store, my Poshmark closet, Mercari, Depop, Grailed, all that stuff's linked. Just click on my name up above if you're here on TikTok, and you'll go to my website. And you can click down below if you're on YouTube watching this recording in the description, or you can just go to chris@peak.com. All my shipping supplies are linked. Everything I use for this business, tools, software, you name it, it's all linked. If it's linked up there, it's something that I use, and it's something that I recommend to other people if you find it in the links. I don't just link any old thing. I don't know if I know this brand, Miller Brothers. Does anybody know that brand? Miller Brothers Ltd. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate having you. You know I like you, Scott. That's a cool shirt. There's probably not any value to it, but sometimes things are just cool at the thrift store. Popeye arms through the racks. There you go. By X-Ray. Appreciate the follow. And you'll get a follow every Tuesday. I do a live thrift. Today we're doing 2, so this is the second one. And every weekday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, I do a live from the office. I ship out orders. We talk dollars and cents and fees. We talk about all the challenges and joys of shipping. And we share some coffee together, of course. So if you want to check that out, give me a follow. You'll get a notification when I do those lives in the morning. All this stuff is just to demystify this business, which can be a really great side hustle. I don't pick up this brand as much anymore. BKE, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to pick this one up. So it's got some distressing on it, and I don't think that that's supposed to be there. Yeah, so we're going to pass on this. I used to do better with this brand. I picked one up in the last live thrift, but it was just a cooler shirt. Even those Western Pearl Snap. This one's showing some wear too, so I'm going to pass on it. I do like the pattern on it though. Thank you for the follow, MXB and James. Appreciate it. I do pick up some from this brand, Cabela's, but this here is just kind of like a casual button-down shirt. The stuff that tends to do better is more like flannel stuff, or like kind of more outdoors, like stuff that you would wear hiking or fishing, and this is just kind of like a casual plain button-up shirt, so I'm going to pass on that one. I do pick up some Cabela's though. Miller Brothers shirt in store about 110, 120. Okay, thanks for sharing that. If anybody knows about the resale value of that brand when it's used, that would be helpful. There can be a big disconnect between brands when they're new and what they sell for and what they sell for used. Some brands, that margin is tighter than other brands. Like Wrangler shirts, those things are new are like 25 or 30 bucks. I can sell them used for like 22, 23. But certain brands will be like 120 new and I can't even sell them for 15 bucks used, you know? Miller Brothers reselling 10 to 20 on eBay. One went for 30-ish. Okay. All Brooks Brothers good. No Blair. Not all Brooks Brothers. Bigger sizes, unique patterns, wool, linen, silk. That's the kind of stuff you're looking for in Brooks Brothers. Not all Brooks Brothers. Also looks like a cute plaid. Okay. I like the distressed pearl button. Which item are you talking about? It could have been like 72 items ago by the time the message gets into the chat here. I do appreciate people tipping me off on brands that they know, and I do appreciate it. It's like a suede shirt. Anyone know that brand? Decent shirt. I like the long sleeve in these polo shirts a little bit better just because it's a lower supply item, but it's a size medium. I think I'm gonna pass on it. Do you like Bird? I don't think so on that brand, Robert. I don't think so. I don't know if I know it though. Do you like that brand? It's impossible to know every brand. I'd love to. It'd be a good goal, I guess. Been doing this for almost 5 years, and every week I come across new brands that I never heard of before that are worth good money. Spoiler alert, if I thought I found a new brand at the live previous to this, that live will be, the full recording will be up on YouTube tomorrow morning, but thought I found a new blazer brand, but I ended up leaving it behind, even though it was cashmere. There just wasn't any sales history to indicate that would sell. Sometimes you find just cool stuff at a thrift store. I'm not gonna pick this up, I'm gonna leave it behind, but it's just fun to find cool stuff like that. Polo is a great brand to resell. You just gotta know what items to look for in Polo. I probably sold more Ralph Lauren, like stuff from the Ralph Lauren universe of brands. Probably sold more of that stuff than any other brands. Just gotta know what to look for. And that's what I hope like this content is all about, these lives and these videos I put out on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. I hope that sort of demystifies, like, kind of looking beyond the brand. Where'd I put my cart? Remember that time I had a cart? Oh, there it is. People moving it around on me. So we got a few items in the cart. Again, if you miss anything here, this will be up on YouTube. I'm going to put one earlier thrift up from earlier today. That'll go up on Wednesday, so tomorrow. And then this one that you're watching right now will go up on Friday. Just gives me some time to edit it, put some comps up on the screen. Silver jeans are okay. This is a smaller size. I'm going to pass on those. It's a borderline brand at best. These are all women's jeans. Probably won't go through all these. Here's a pair of Levi's. I pick up a ton of Levi's, not a high resale value or a sell-through rate, but good bread and butter. And I do better with the grays and blacks than I do with the blues. Bigger sizes do better. This is kind of like a middle of the road size. I do leave dry cleaning tags on when it makes sense. If the dry cleaning tag blocks the manufacturer tag or something that'll help somebody make a decision about the shirt, I'll take it off. But if it's not blocking anything, I'll leave it. So I'm going to pick up these 511s. They're not vintage or anything. That triple tag is a modern. Sorry, I got to put you down here for a second. That's a modern tag, but the gray and black sell faster for me. So the big size Levi's black, I think there were 541s yesterday for $29 plus shipping, full asking price. Used black, big size, like a 44, I think they were. This is supposedly the women's section, but there's a little bit of men's and women's in here. Here's a women's pair of Levi's. I don't really do those. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Different strokes for different folks, so they say. I dabble with women's clothing, but I'm mostly men's clothing. Thank you for the follow, D-Money and Green Eyes. Appreciate having you on board. Come hang tomorrow morning. Let's have coffee together. 9:30 a.m. Eastern. I do a live. I ship out orders. We have coffee. And us resellers, we just talk about things and stuff. All right, so I don't really want to get into all these women's jackets, but I do want to skim them. I'm going to look for like puffer jackets like this. Vests are probably a good idea. So I'm going to look for like, goose down. I might look at some like techie fleece looking things. No brand on this. Doesn't feel like it's high quality. There's anything there. Just skim the pants. We're looking for corduroy. We're looking for golf pants. We're looking for fake polos. These, oh my gosh. Wow, those are bad. Look how bad that fake is. So that's the logo. Oh my gracious, this is something. That's the logo there. So this is a fake polo, Ralph Lauren. This is the most commonly faked brand I find for clothing. Even still, it's less than like half of 1%, probably even less than that. But this is definitely fake, so that's not a polo logo at all. That's not the logo. It's backwards, right? It's facing the other direction even. Let's get a regular polo. I got one in my cart. Doesn't even look like a horse. It's like a mule. Where's my freaking car? Those fake polo jeans for my eyes. Oh my gosh. So I got a real polo in this cart. So let's play a little game here. And some of us are laughing. I'm laughing. It's a bad fake. But I also want to acknowledge that this is an opportunity to learn to don't be scared of fake stuff. There's really not that much of it. Where's that polo? Here it is. There's really not that much of it, and it doesn't take much for a trained eye to figure it out. All right, so let's see here. Sorry, getting this set up. Getting today's lesson set up. So here we go. So here's a real polo horse. Notice the direction of, I don't know, what do you call that, the stick? So notice how that's up and to the right. Notice how it's totally filled in. There's no gaps inside of the horse. And then we go over to this one, and we see the stick is going the other direction. It is not filled in. Just very, very different. So there you have it. There's no RN number on this. That's another kind of dead giveaway. If there's no RN number, then it's not real. Notice on this one, we'll go over a couple things on, here's a real polo tag right there. And then on the back there, there's an RN number. The RN number is sometimes on that tag. Sometimes it's on a bottom hang tag right here too. You flip it over, there'll be an RN number. So, but yeah. So that's sometimes what you can do when you're at a thrift store too. Just go find another one. If you think you found a fake for a polo, there's probably another polo in there. Go find a real one and compare the logos. Well, that was fun. That's a pretty bad fake. Most of them aren't good, but that's one of the worst ones I've seen in a little while. Yeah, the font. Oh my gosh, everything about it. Teachable moment. All right. Did we skim these pants yet? No, we didn't skim these pants. Corduroys, wool pants. Not those. Some corduroys from Lanzen. Lanzen's not a great brand, but corduroys are one of those like plus ones that can really make even a mediocre brand worth some money. These just aren't in the best condition. They look like they've been hemmed too. Those are really short for how wide they are. So I'm gonna pass on those ones. I have a feeling those are a trap. I do like corduroy, like golf pants too. What's this brand? No brand on the back or on the buttons, so I have to do this annoying thing and unclip it with one hand. I don't think this is going to be valuable. Of course, all this work that's on the other side. I'll hang these back up when I have two hands. No brand, okay. Oh, here it is. Quality for life, Hagar. Yeah, we're not gonna pick those up. I'm gonna put them in my cart just so I can properly hang them back up, not be a D. Some weird cords. Arizona jeans, no thank you. What is this? Anyone know this brand? PJ Pacino. Pacino jeans. Look at that scorpion. Oh, those are those like wide leg 90s pants too. Look at those. Cannon legs. It's a smaller size, 29 by 29. PJ Pacino. I don't think that that's anything, but if someone wants to take a peek. Thank you, Barbara, for the follow. Appreciate it. Nice find, Ayla, on the pants. Yeah, definitely Y2K. Well, really, we wore those in the 90s. I think those were already out by Y2K, but like in late 90s, that would have been in. Maybe I would like to see sales history on something like that. Anything will sell if you price it low enough too. Found a pretty good Goodwill in Morganton. Nice to hear that, MV Pettit. Did you do pretty well? I think we were chatting the last time you were setting sail to go out. I don't think I did this rack. Did I? I don't think I did this one. No. So these are mostly women's, but I see some men's kind of mixed in too. Saw some listed for 25. Okay. Yeah, I'd be looking for sales history on them. But those jeans are definitely coming back, especially with the youngsters. They like wearing those big wide leg jeans, baggy jeans. Always look for Judy Blues. Thank you, Clancy. I just kind of dabble with women's clothes, so I'm just kind of quickly going through. If you see something that's good, let me know, but I'm more looking for like men's stuff that's accidentally misracked in here. What is that logo? Just a Lee, I think. Jeez, I don't know my own strength. That thing just shattered. Really not much I can do about that. Look at that, that just shattered. What brand is your best-selling jeans? I mean, I sell more units of Levi's than any other brand, but that's more a product of I just find them a lot more than other brands. Doesn't mean that they have a higher sell-through rate. But Levi's would be the answer to your question. All right, I don't really want to go through all these jackets, but I do want to look at like puffer jackets, like the goose downs. I'll look at some denim jackets. And I'm going to look at these blazers. I might go through all the blazers and suits. Aeropostale, no thank you. Land's End. You know, some of these Land's End puffers do okay, actually. That's a weird color. People wear that? Doing this with one hand is tough sometimes. All right, what do we got? Not a fan of these high racks. Or these low ones either. So I'm gonna crouch all down here. Thrifting is my cardio. Blazers and suits are a little bit more work to look through because the tags just like aren't out on the shoulder most of the time. As I say that though, there's one right up there, but you have to like open up the jacket. There's another one up there. As I say it, of course. Man About Town. There's a brand for you. What? I've never heard of that one. Sometimes thrifting's just fun. In blazers, we generally prefer the bigger sizes. We like patterns like this one, like as opposed to, you know, just like plain solids. Those just sell better. They have a better sell-through rate. Less competition in those. Just less listed. Here's a chaps. I do pick up some chaps, but this is a very plain chaps. You saw me pick up 3 chaps 2 weeks ago. All 3 are sold already, but one was a corduroy and the other 2 are just like really cool like patterns. This one's just not it. It's just too plain. It would probably sell if you sell chaps like that in your store. That's awesome. Everyone can do it a little bit differently, but for me, I pass on those. Thrifting is my cardio. That's right, Lucy. Unfortunately, although after this, when I get home, Kim and I are going to go for a quick hike. We got this little hike we like to do. We've committed to doing it on Tuesday afternoons after work. So this will be the second week in a row of us doing a little Tuesday cardio hike. Just a short one, short and steep. But for now, this is cardio too. What is this? Fatali. That's a great fabric right there. I wonder what brand this is. Boom, Brooks Brothers, let's go. That's it. Let's take a peek at this. So this one is very plain, so it doesn't have that going for it. Where can I hang this? It's plain, but it does have a subtle pattern to it, like a subtle check to it. It's got some fuzz on it, which will be a little bit of a pain. But what tipped me off on this, and you saw it live here, is that fabric is really good wool, made in Italy. So when you see that, check out the jacket. It's probably an expensive jacket. In this case, this is Brooks Brothers. Madison is the fit. It's an 1818 Madison. Brooks Brothers. Let's check out the size. So this was part of a suit. You can tell because it says 42R by 36, so it was a 36 pant. Now it's just a blazer. 42R is not a great size. And the pattern on this is kind of plainish, so this wouldn't typically be the best pickup. It'd be okay. It would still sell for between $35 and $42 plus shipping, but this is going to make us a more desirable item. People who are looking for that really high-end fabric. Remember that time I had a cart? Keep leaving at places. Here it is. So that's a good one. That's a good one. What's a good size to sell? I like 48R and up in men's, but I sell a lot of different sizes. You just got to pay attention. There's a formula, you know. You pay attention to the size, the pattern, the brand, and the material. All those things are going to matter. So in the summertime, people are more likely to buy those like polyester, viscose blends, linen, silk. That's what they're looking for, the lighter weight blazers right now. In the wintertime, people are looking for stuff like this. It's like a tweed. It's a heavier weight jacket. But those sell year-round too. In general, silk and linen sell faster than wool. And wool blends tend to sell better than just regular wool because people like the wool mixed with wool lycra, like spandex. Or wool mixed with polyester to lighten it up, like a Brooks Cool. That was a Joseph A. Banks suit. See what the size is. 41R, it's a smaller size. I'll probably pass on that. I do pick up some Joseph A. Banks suits. I usually don't pick up the blazers. They have to be really unique for me to pick up just a blazer, but the suits sell a little bit better. All right, I think these are women's blazers now. Nope, not yet. Just sold a seersucker blazer today. That's another good summertime fabric that people are looking for, or summertime weave. Seersucker is cotton. So far just one blazer. These are overlooked by resellers everywhere in the country. People don't want to mess with them. They're scared of them. They don't know how to ship them. They don't know how to measure them. But you hang out with PQ, know all that stuff. What's this Jack Victor? Is this something? It's got a nice feel to it. Anyone know about this? This is this is my main source of income. I've been doing it for it'll be 5 years in July. In December 2020, I left the last job I had, so I had more time to do this. Is that Jack Victor anything? Anyone know that one? It's hot in here too. Fleece or a flannel was a bad idea today. Oh, you're welcome. I always encourage people to try this category because it's easier than you think. And other resellers, all the other areas of your thrift store might be picked over. Resellers aren't messing with this stuff. Most of them aren't. There's a Banks. I'm going to pass on that. People still wear this stuff. People comment on my videos. They have been for years. Like, people don't wear suits anymore. It's true. Some people don't. I don't. I got no reason to wear a suit. But a lot of people have to. People who work in finance still wear blazers and suits. People who work in sales. People who work in hotels. People forget about that. Like hotels and restaurants, especially like nice restaurants. And think about all those Vegas hotels, Vegas dealers. And those aren't like high-end jobs, just hotels, restaurants. Those people wear blazers and suits too. I sell a lot of suits and blazers that ship out to Vegas, by the way. People still go to weddings that are formal. People still go to conferences. People still get job interviews. People still have Zoom meetings and they wear their PJs with a blazer up top. You know what I'm talking about. You've done it. You've done it. Jack Victor sells new for $500, $900. Nice. Does anybody know Jack Victor as far as resale value, which can be wildly different than new? Where was that Jack Victor? That brand rings a bell to me. This is it right here, Jack Victor. So it's got a bunch of, it's like 5% dog hair, maybe 3% dog hair, which I don't love. It's extra work. It doesn't have a size tag, which is fine. I can estimate the size based on measurements, but it doesn't have a materials tag. Yeah, no materials tag. It feels just like a wool. Yes, YSL blazers sell great. That's not something you're going to find a heck of a lot, though. I think I found 1 or 2 YSL blazers. So y'all are saying that Jack Victor We'll throw it in the cart. I'll double check. If you're watching this on the YouTube recording, you'll see a comp up on the screen for the value of those. And you'll see some sort of note. If I didn't pick it up, you'll see a note of why I put it back. Probably low comp or low sell-through rate. Okay, so we're through jackets, we're through blazers and suits. Oh, I see a new rack. Let's go check out that new rack. Most stores, they let me pick off the new rack. We'll see if they let me. Mind if I peek at some of this stuff?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Awesome,
right?
appreciate that.
Yep.
Some stores, they yell at you.
Yeah, no, I've worked at it.
I'm like, come on, I'm helping you out. If I buy one of these, you don't have to stock it. All right, here we go. Ralph Lauren Sport Women's Medium Sweater. Oh, it looks really small. What do y'all think? Cable knit? Did that shrink or something? Oh, it's got a hole anyway. Got a hole. What's this brand? Rip Zone? Men's small. I don't know what to use. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, where'd the cart go? What do we got next? We'll take a spin through hard goods just cause. We'll take a spin through shoes. I think that's probably it for clothes. Most Laura Piana fabric sells awesome too. Good one, Treasure Vintage Shop. Appreciate you. That's it for clothes. We'll check out some hard goods. Hey, Pop. Do a really fast spin through the mugs. I do pick up some of those. I've probably sold like maybe 6 or 8 of those over the years, but that one's in rough shape. I do pick up those vintage little Playmates. It's also $6, which is a little steep. So here's a tackle box. It's a mess. I don't think there's any value there unless you know this brand. I don't know that brand, but some tackle boxes can be worth money, especially if there's stuff in it. Oh, you're fine. Thank you. Dude was wearing some cool pants. KUHL pants. I don't know if this is the same for you. I can't unnotice people's pants, shirts, whatever, brands, shoes. I notice all that stuff. Because I'm just like, my eye is trained to be at the thrift store looking for that kind of stuff. And this is one of those things from like when you're using a cappuccino machine to knock out the coffee grounds out of the little scoop. Let's see if there's any golf clubs here. It's very rare for me to find golf clubs that have value at a thrift store. I could probably count the number of times on one hand. And I think 0 of those times were at a Goodwill, by the way. And all of those times were definitely in Florida, too. You can find some good golf stuff in Florida. It's been a while since I found a good racket, too. You find clubs at golf stores or at thrift stores, like Goodwills? I find them at garage sales, but I always find junk clubs at Goodwills. And they'll be the same junk clubs that will be there 2 months from now. Same clubs. Nobody buys them. I haven't been to an estate sale in quite some time. I'll probably start doing some of that again because thrift stores have been drier and drier for me around here. They don't ever do sales, like they don't do tag sales at our Goodwills in this area, so they have a lot of inventory that just sits for long periods of time because they never mark them down. Whatever price it is when it goes out, that's the price that it stays at, sometimes for months. So it makes it so doesn't circulate a lot of inventory as quickly as you'd want it to. If they did tag sales, they'd get rid of a lot of the junk, and then it would open up space for good stuff. So factory radios are something that's good to look out for. This is $8. I don't know what it's for. I could look this up. I'd have to look up at the numbers on the back to look it up. GM pin. Delphi Delco. So I just look up by that model number. It says the date on there. It's 05, so it's not a super, it's like a car that was made in the mid 2000s. Who knows if it works though? $8. And I don't really have a way to test it. All right, that's it. All right, y'all, appreciate y'all hanging out for a little bit. That was fun. I hope you had fun. I had fun anyway. It's fun bringing, what do you got? 387 of your closest friends thrifting with you. So it's great because y'all aren't competing with me. You're just hanging out, sharing ideas, and I appreciate that a ton. It's super fun. This will be posted on YouTube on, Friday morning. I'm going to post another one tomorrow morning from the thrift that we just got done about an hour ago. This one will go up on Friday. So we'll have one up Wednesday, one up Friday. I had fun. Hope you did. Hope you learned something. If you did, let me know down below in the chat, or go check out the YouTube. Drop down below a new brand that you learned or